everyone, this is Tarun again in front of you. I am making this video after a very long time, but I think this is the right opportunity and right time to give you the information. I'm making this video to help some people who have problem in deciding how to learn English and from where. Now the first question comes in your mind or anyone's mind when they want to learn English is from which institute? That's the first question. It's a critical question too, because if you don't have the right institute, how will you learn English? And on top of that, a right trainer. It's not that difficult if you really pay attention on few things. Now the first thing comes in your mind, or should come in your mind, is the strength of the class, the number of students. I've seen many institutes, rather I have trained in many institutions. They believe in filling the institute. The classrooms are big enough through which they can accommodate, I think, 30 to 40 students in one batch. Now that becomes very difficult. A trainer should have a personal contact with the trainees. That's what I believe in. Now when you have 30 people, I don't think that everybody will get the equal opportunity to give speeches. That's the first thing. If you don't get the right opportunity or equal opportunity to speak, how will you develop your English? Now the first question is that. Now the second question comes, what kind of people are there in the batch? That's very important. Now usually I've seen institutes, they don't screen the person before taking the admission. I got a chance to meet few students from some other institute. They came to me. They said that we were learning English for almost like 6 months. But when I talked to them, I did not find any improvement in their communication. And then I asked them, what did you do for these long years or these long months? The question comes, they were taught grammar, lots and lots of grammar. Okay, grammar is important, but we all have learned grammar when we were in school. Even the person coming from vernacular medium background, they also know grammar. I met many people, they have done MA English honors, they have done. They know the grammar, but that's not the thing. Knowing grammar will not help you to communicate with people. It will help you to understand English. It will help you to understand the structure of English. But when it comes to speaking, no. So when they come from these kind of institutes, they had a problem. They never got the chance to speak enough because the strength was 25 to 30 students per batch, and they just came, learned grammar, and they went back home. And I think the environment they live in, they never get this opportunity to speak English. Now that's the second thing, too much of grammar. The third thing comes in the mind is, how is the trainer? How keen is he? Now when the trainer is motivated by the salary or the money, it becomes very difficult for the person to put his 100% for each and every training. And I'm not blaming the trainer. That's very natural. It happens with everyone. Now what happens here, you should go for any institution that has a trainer who is not working on the salary. Now I suggest go to any institute that has its own trainer. That's the best thing to do. Now next problem I have seen that they don't screen, as I said. You are sitting with people who are already very good in communication, especially if they are from English medium background. They know how to speak English. They're very extrovert. They can make sentences. But when you are from vernacular medium background, suppose you're coming from Hindi, Nepali or Bengali medium background, it becomes very difficult for you to cope up with that kind of person. That's the problem you have been facing for a very long time in your own college. I got the chance to teach some people from the engineering colleges. I don't want to take the name, but of course somewhere from engineering colleges. Now when they came to me, they said, we go to the college and we sit there, we never talk. Rather, they never got any opportunity to talk. Now, why this happens to them? Because teacher, they speak in English, and we know what kind of English they speak normally. They never have the opportunity or the guts to go ahead and talk to them. They never ask any questions. They just go, they sit, and they come. The majority of people who make question, or rather they ask question, are English medium students. So how will they adjust in an environment where mostly people are from English medium and they are from Hindi medium or Nepali or Bengali medium? So first thing, you need to have an environment where people are like you. First you get comfortable. You get comfortable, that's the first thing. And after getting comfortable, then only you can go ahead and speak English fluently. So the first thing is hesitation removal. That's the first thing, okay? Now next thing I want to say is, how much chance do you get in your class to speak? Yeah, no matter what you speak, but do you get enough time to speak, to come in front of people and deliver a speech? I want to tell that if you don't get the chance to speak, you will never improve. That's the first thing to learn English. Speaking. No matter what you speak, no matter how you speak, just speak. That's what you need. Now I'll tell you what we do at our institute. Now here, we give lots and lots of opportunity from the day one to the people to speak. That's what we do here. So when they get comfortable with English, once they start speaking, it doesn't matter how grammatically they are wrong. It doesn't matter. Initially, you have to be fluent, not grammatically fluent. So once you get the fluency, then definitely you can work on the grammar. Now mostly trainers do the same mistake. They work on grammar and they don't focus. Okay, now the next thing, how to choose a good trainer. That's the most important thing, I guess. Look at the way he speaks, his way of speaking. Is he fluent? Does he have any pronunciation errors? That's again very important thing. Mostly I have seen, I got an opportunity to go to Calcutta and meet the trainers meet there. A lot of trainers from different areas from North Bengal came there. They were good in English, I'm not saying they were bad, but the kind of pronunciation they have was not convincing. They were wrongly pronouncing so many words. So if you are not pronouncing it correctly, how will you think, or how do you think that the person will learn English? Because you're mispronouncing it. And due to that, there is a huge possibility people will not understand what you're saying. Now that again creates a different problem. The trainers I have come across, they don't know to speak fluently, I've seen. They make so many grammatical mistakes. And if the trainer himself is not fluent in English, he's not comfortable in English, he's not well articulated, how do you think that the trainees will learn? Now that's also a very, very important question to ask. Now, I'm not saying that all are bad, but definitely some are bad. They think they know English. Now, thinking and knowing, they're two different things. So, choose a right institute for yourself so that you don't fall into the trap. Next question comes in my mind. People say reading. Mostly people always focus that read newspapers, read this, read the books. Reading is not for speaking. That's something different. You will gain the knowledge. You will learn things. I agree. But you are not here to learn things. You are here to learn only one thing, that is English, spoken English, to speak English. It's different. Written English and spoken English, they're two different things. In written English, you don't have the hesitation. You have a pen, you have a paper, you have your own time, you can delete whatever you want to delete, or you can rewrite the same sentence again. and the person is going to assess you after you give them the paper. But while speaking, the person is checking you, or he's trying to judge you spontaneously. Now it becomes very difficult. So I suggest people that don't focus more on writing, reading, rather go for listening. That's the most important thing. You can listen anything. You can listen to audio, you can watch videos, you can go to YouTube. There are tons and tons of channels. You can choose any of them and go for it. Self-learning is very important here. You can choose the right institute for yourself, a good trainer, and start learning yourself. Don't be dependent, because once you start doing that, then you will always rely on someone to teach you English. So make a nice circle, a friend circle who are keen to learn English. Meet regularly. Start speaking with them as much as possible on the call, face to face. You can arrange for I would say Sunday meets. You can do that. You can definitely do that, and this way you will improve your communication. So first thing to keep in mind is the strength of the institute. How many students are there in one batch? Meet the trainer personally. Ask questions to him. See, is he really able to understand your problem? Third thing, I'm not saying judging him, but indirectly, yes, judge him. Does he speak well? How is his pronunciation? Check those things. When you meet him for the first time, talk in English. Don't talk in your own language. Now, when you're talking in your own language, this person is very smart in talking in his mother tongue. So you should not judge the person on the basis of how he speaks in his mother tongue, but how he speaks in this language, that is English, because you are there for learning English. In the class, don't talk much in Hindi, Nepali or Bengali. It should be completely English. If you listen to English, if you speak English, at least for 2 hours a day, that's more than enough. You will get the desired fluency. You will definitely get. If you have any problem, you can get back to me. I'm always active on my WhatsApp, on my Facebook page, on my YouTube page. Any question, any concerns, you can get back to me. We have our institute in Siliguri at Pradhan Nagar. And if you really want to join, you can just call me up. We have a limited seats. We take very few people. And if you are eligible, you will be taken. Okay? Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.